Hello everybody and welcome to this Peter Guitar Jam. I'm sitting here and putting some new strings on my Gibson, and I thought I would share a neat little trick with you guys how you can lock your strings if you don't have locking tuners on. You probably already know this trick. If you don't, then you can see it here. And let me also say right now that there is no right way and there is no wrong way to string up your guitar. That is, unless you string your guitar up and it keeps go out of tune, then you probably strung it up shitty. But there is no right or wrong way. This is just the way I like to do it, especially when you don't have locking tuners on. What I like to do, I don't have a fucking tripod, so this is gonna be funny. I have my guitar laying right here. What I do around the 12th fret, 15, 12th fret around, I measure with my hand like this. I put it down on the fretboard, measure like that. This is the play room and the string I'm gonna play with. Hold on. What I then do, alright, I hope you guys can see. What I then do up here is I'm gonna take the string, I'm gonna turn it around like this. I'm gonna arc it inside. If you have three on each side, you're of course gonna do it the opposite way around when you get over to those. If you have three 6 on the line, you can do it this way the whole way around. But you coil it around inside like that. You make it firm. You push the string down. You wrap it over the string like that, and then you make sure when you're winding it that the string it will wind downwards like normal, you know, from up to down, and that way you will lock the strings in by its own tension. But the string is now locked in by its own tension. I did the same right there. I did the same right there. It's probably a little easier to see right there, but you can see it's held by its own tension that way. And that's make it for me, especially when you have tuners like this not locking, excellent tuning stability. I have no problems staying in tune on this guitar. It have that tick-toed knot. I usually give a little graphite, as you guys can see down here, to help, but it's not really needed. I just like it, you know. I'm not endorsed or sponsored or anything, but I use GHS boomers. I love those strings. I used them for a little over a decade, I think. Before that I was a Ernie Ball guy, and before Ernie Ball I started out with D'Addario, as everyone fucking does. But I saw an interview with Mike McCready from Pearl Jam, who said that he used the GHS boomers, and I've always been a big fucking Pearl Jam fan, so I thought I would check them out. And the main reason that Mike was using them, he said, well, that was the only strings he ever tried who lasted, kept the sustain as long as it did before they needed to change. He could go a few shows without fucking changing strings. That was the main reason. And I have to say, for me, it might be a mindfuck or in your head or something, but for me, I really think they last longer than the Ernie Ball. I change these strings here around every 3 weeks or something like that. I can maybe push it to 4 weeks. Usually Ernie Balls don't the last 2 weeks. I mean, then it's kind of the sustainers go out of them and shit like that. I have to say the only Balls I used was the yellow slinkies. I'm not familiar with the super slinkies, and that might be different. But I use GHS boomers. If you haven't tried them, I highly recommend you try them out. Just a single set, see if you like them. I'm not endorsed, I just fucking like those strings. This was a quick little video how to lock your strings if you don't have a locking knot. My name is Peter Guitar Jam, and I hope everyone out there have a fucking awesome day. Cheers.